we do need to be careful about which brushes we use when we are brushing our hair on a daily basis.
Right.
And, you know, it really depends on your texture, whether you have Asian hair or black hair, super curly, super straight, wet or dry.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. So the old adage is you never ever brush wet hair after you shampoo. You always comb wet hair.
Right.
That's changed a little bit now because of different styles of brushes. And this one in particular, something like this is really good for brushing wet hair, long hair, your kids' hair. Because when you get a brush for wet hair, you want it very soft. See how this sort of is nice and spongy like that, and the bristles bend really, really, really easily.
Yeah.
There's so much elasticity in your hair when it's wet. On a stiff brush, it'll catch the hair will stretch and snap. Done.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So you need something very soft like this, and it's much easier than a comb.
Got it.
If you're, you know, especially with kids and it's, you know, the fight. Now you're styling your hair from wet. Oh, I missed a brush. Oh,
What'd you miss?
I missed a classic vent brush, which we don't see anymore.
Okay.
You can see it in a drugstore. It's over there hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's the brush that has lots of teeth that are open. And what you want to think about is getting air into your hair with it, like egg whites.
Okay.
You're just getting air in at your roots, and that's lifting it up.
Okay.
Because you don't want to use a round brush, whether it's a bristle brush or one of these ceramic coated brushes, when your hair's soaking wet.
Right.
It's an exercise in futility.
What's that gonna do if you...
Okay, so this is the long forgotten brush, and I think these will make a comeback. Natural bristle brushes.
Yeah.
Natural bristle, your hair's a natural fiber, it smooths it out beautifully.
Right.
They're not heavy, they don't get hot, they don't burn your hair. It doesn't matter what color you are, what color your hair is, what texture it is. These are fabulous. And if your hair is really delicate, I would actually go with one of these before possibly going with one of these metal or ceramic coated barrel brushes.
Are they going to be a little bit harsher? That's a little bit harsher on your hair. They're hot.
What people don't realize is now your blow dryer gets up, the brush gets hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
And when you're back here especially, you don't realize just how long you've held that hair around the brush.
Right.
And it's just cooking.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about these, the domed tip, hair doesn't get caught in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good to know.
And they come in all the different sizes. Obviously, the bigger the brush, the bigger the curl, the smaller the brush.
The smaller the curl you want.
Right?
Okay.
So you really, these are the two sides that most people need. Again, make sure your hair's about 75% dry before you start using them.
Got it. Now, when do you use that little guy at the end?
This guy, I love this little guy. So this is your grandmother's 100 strokes a night brush.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, natural bristles. Now, nobody's going to brush their hair 100 times anymore.
Does that work anyways?
Well,
What's the
so
point of that?
back in the day, remember, you only wash your hair once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So all the oil that was on your scalp, this bristle would drag it through the ends of your hair, and it's the best conditioner. So if you do have greasy hair, brush your hair with this the night before, dry hair, go to bed. Put your hair in a braid, whatever you need to do, and the extra oil will also be absorbed in this natural bristle. These are brushes you actually never wash.
Okay.
You can with shampoo if they get really,
gross.
But you want your hair, the natural oil from your hair, to go into the bristle, and it'll soften it and get better and better and better over time, right? This is also if you've got scalp issues. Start at the ends, work your way up, and really drag that against your scalp. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, yeah.
So good. And a little brush angel just dropped off the brush that I'd forgotten.
That's the one you were looking for.
You can see how well used this brush is. These are all brand new out of the package. This is my own personal brush.
Well, obviously you're using it because it's working for you.
It's fabulous. Yeah, it's a fabulous brush. So
good to know.
That's the only thing you need to remember is wet, styling, dry.